I'm liking it. They don't have a lot of control for a hero like a Lycan either. That'd actually be pretty incredible. The only downside is that Tidehunter is actually notoriously good against Lycan because of the Anchor Smash and whatnot, but
Very true.
hard to really make that. You have to Ravage and then you Ravage the Lycan after he ults and pops everything, and then you give him the Anchor Smash and he feels pretty weak, but
Yeah.
won't be that bad. So
yeah, that's a good point. They take the Rubik now so they can leave it a little bit open-ended. So this confirms that it's a position 3 clockwork. It'll be Shadow Fiend mid.
yeah.
So
Damn, that Rubik is that's a hardcore Rubik pick, man.
yeah, that's a good Rubik.
That's
game.
a big Rubik game. Ravage, a Split Earth's amazing for Rubik too, and then of course Call
it's
Down.
an incredible null field game. You're mitigating a lot of damage.
Also true.
You're buffing up that Skywrath and Shadow Fiend a hell of a lot. I'm all about this Rubik pick. I like it.
I think Yoel used to play that a lot, so I'm assuming it'll be for him, but we'll see. Final pick for them. They banned the Jug. I think Monkey King would be really good. Someone who has like high mobility but can actually fight Tidehunter in lane. Always want high mobility to go with your Clockworks. They'll ban the Lycan themselves.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, something Slarkish comes to mind.
Oh, I think Monkey King's so good, actually.
But I have no
like they're
beef
so
with the
squishy.
Monkey King.
You what?
I have no beef with the Monkey King. He will shred this Warlock Leshrac. And like you said,
even a Gyro does not want to be in the Monkey King ulti.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's either MK or Slark. Those are my big two.
Clark's banned.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
You're right. Fudge. Who else is there?
I mean, remember when Ursa was a hero?
Ursa. Well, it goes pretty well with Rubik and Clockwork. Does definitely not give a shit about Tidehunter.
Is actually surprisingly good against Warlock Golems. I mean, if there was an Ursa game, this wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, you got
But
some minus armor. You got setup.
Pretty gonzo.
There are a lot of carries banned. They just go Void. All right.
Okay, forgot about Void.
Very
wow,
safe.
that's a great pick. Skywrath and Shadow Fiend and Rubik, all with Faceless Void. Null Field also amplifying his time lock damage. Very strong.
Yeah.
Really strong pick.
Yeah.
Counter team fight too. Obviously, Ravage can cause some serious problems. So can Golem ulti. So I guess there are some issues with the Chrono, but I can still see it being. I actually think I like the Monkey King better, but that's all right.
Templar assassin.
Yeah, last.
Select your heroes.
TA. Risky. I guess they do have a lot of good team fight around the TA, so like ways to peel. You know, you got Tidehunter, Lash, you can get in the way, gonna break up those fights a little bit, but I like this clutch draft a lot better. I think their lanes are a little easier to execute. I think their mid-game team fight is also a lot more straightforward. I think for Boom ID, they really need to execute well, very well. Ease of execution advantage for me definitely goes to Clutch Gamers. They do have the Chrono, so it is in some ways long cooldowns versus team fighting around a long cooldown, but at the same time, you've got that Clockwork you can initiate, you've got that Rubik you can initiate, you've got so many ways for pickoffs. And I feel like Boom ID are much more focused around these big team fights. And unless this Lesh has the game of his life, their pickoff potential is just subpar.
Yeah, I think a lot of this game's going to come down to Roche, pretty much where the game will be played. And it's a battle of the Flare and the Chronosphere versus Ravage, the Reign of Chaos. The Chaotic Offering. Who was the kept calling it Reign of Chaos? Is that what the Dota 1 name was?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, and that's why it was called Rock, right? Someone kept saying it lately.
Well, so Reign of
Chaos,
that's like the original name for Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the joke. I don't remember what the original name was. If it was it actually just Reign of Chaos? Was it that much of a plug?
I don't remember.
Let's take a look here. We're paused. We can Google it.
Yeah, I'm Googling.
Demon Knock Lamnik the Warlock. Demnock. Is that old Dota 1 site?
Play Dota. Gone though.
It's gone?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. It was called Reign of Chaos. Nice. I wasn't crazy.
Hey, all right.
Man, I do not understand how some people still use legacy keys.
Oh, it's terrible.
Shout out to you if you use legacy keys.
Why is
You're a
Warlock's
true warrior?
ultimate called the Rock?
That's why. ROC.
Because in
Reign of
original
Chaos.
Dota, Warlock's ultimate was literally a fucking rock. It looked like a meteor hammer, actually. It was just a giant meteor that would come down and crash, and you're just like, oh shit. Infernals were pretty badass in like just Warcraft lore and games and stuff. Like in WoW,
Yeah.
Warlocks could summon Infernals. They were like really expensive. It didn't really make a lot of sense, but they were super badass looking.
I mean, that's pretty important in gaming, that things are badass. Oh, we didn't even talk about Clock SF, by the way. And they're not doing it. There we go.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah. The combo. Do you like cheeseburgers? I'll have a double-double.
Why does SF look so weird?
With extra
Oh, it was just
cheese?
standing on the monkey thing, I see.
Well, they've practiced this.
Yeah, one more to go. All right, he uses the tip, so he's not in position. Wow. Ruined everything. Need to wait for Void. I just want to tip you. Oh, look at this. Oh, you're going to screw it up. Oh, my God, they got it.
They got 3. They did it.
Yeah, taunting up Gabby.
30 seconds to battle.
Trent, what's the biggest burger you've ever eaten at In-N-Out? Have you ever had a 3x3?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you can just get as many patties. Like a double-double is just 2 patties, 2 pieces of cheese. So
I've had a burger before that had 3 patties on it.
A
Yeah.
triple is.
I haven't been to In-N-Out, but do you remember the Baconator?
Yes.
When that thing came out? Oh, man.
You were.
There was like a King Baconator. I bought whatever the biggest one was. Do you remember the Double Down?
Was that? It's just 2 pieces of chicken with cheese in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was weird. I never ate one. Freaked me out. It looked messy.
Excellent.
Well, you've not been to In-N-Out. We need to fix that. When we're in California, pal, we're going.
Yeah. Yeah, once I get down there.
I'm going to get you a triple.
There's a fish and chips place here that does a burger where they take the batter, they put the burger in like the fish and chips batter, and then they put it on a patty or like on a burger. Oh, it's so good.
I hope Slacks doesn't die from eating too much fish and chips.
Probably going to.
Dude, that guy, he pounds food. It's impressive. All right, so what do we got here? Shadow Fiend TA. Shadow Fiend off to a great start. Wow, he's got 13 denies.
So they put the Faceless Void and the Rubik in the top lanes. This is very like EG. I think it's the most iconic team that does it. They almost always have Arteezy in a dual off lane when they play Radiant side. Almost every single game. They don't have a wave blocker though, so Yol had to go and do a wave pull. Does it successfully, and Ajit's gonna get to farm this for free here. Very big play from Yol.
So Lesh Tidehunter, it just doesn't have that same scary feeling that Lesh Sand King does.
Yeah, it's a lot of spam though.
That's true. I mean, they've both got sticks, so that is the drawback. But
They really need level 2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
yeah, I guess eventually they can kind of spam him out of lane. Tide went for Gush level 1. Okay.
Yeah, you only get 3 of them though.
That's actually just going to be a first blood on the Lesh. So,
Under attack.
that was just straight up Boombox just spammed him out, and I think the Lesh kind of underestimated how much damage Skywrath does. I don't know that there was much more to it than that. It's pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a little bit ridiculous, though, once they actually have the Split Earth, which is about to be picked up now. So, see if this turns it around a little bit here for Boom ID. Skyrath mid looking for the Courier Snipe with the DD rune. Flash a kill opportunity, but let's be honest.
Yeah,
See ya,
Boombox
TA.
out of mana, but I think they might be able to get him. No, he doesn't
Wow,
want to
not
commit.
going to commit? I guess you can't risk it in case she has meld, right?
Well, the TP gets canceled. Yeah, that's true. I guess you don't know. You could maybe look at refraction charges, but it's deducible but difficult.
I mean, let's be honest. She definitely doesn't, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe they weren't sure if he's about the level or something.
Right.
I'm a little surprised they didn't die for it, though, for a mid-hero. Then again, not killing her is pretty painful. Like, she still has to walk all the way back home.
And if you dive for that and then she gets the kill or something goes wrong, I mean, with the TP coming in, yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Close call, though. And like you said, now Shadow Fiend is just free farming, so he will continue to pull ahead in that lane as TA TP's back. Level 2 on the Lesh, level 3 on the Tide. Skylark left by his lonesome.
He has no boots, and they still didn't go for that Split Earth. A little surprised. And that was a costly rotation. Skylark's been forced like completely off the wave ever since Boombox left.
Still getting experience, though. Tidehunter with the aggressive build. No point in Kraken Shell. Just anchor smash and gush. Very aggressive. Some cogs.
Man.
There's the Split Earth.
Ooh, Gabby.
Yep, that's going to be a solo kill
kill.
in the mid lane.
The
As-
whoops indeed from FBZ.
Down bottom. Thought we might see a kill, but just a lot of damage exchanged on these big position threes. So were you watching mid? What happened?
No, I was watching bottom.
Oh, so that was just Gabby, you know, caught
Give
her
him
with
the
a
old
few
raise.
raises. Yeah. Well, this mid lane is officially a
God.
disaster now because
Yeah,
TA
that's
had
after he TP'd
just TP'd. Exactly. So now he has to
Oh.
run back mid. Skylark down bottom. Thinking about a dive, but Dire will back up. And everyone survives. So let's just look at the level difference here. Shadow Fiend just hit 6. TA is at the beginning of 4. So it's a pretty much full 2-level discrepancy in the mid lane. Down bottom, Skylark finally hit by that Split Earth. He'll die under tower. Boombox, I don't think he has enough mana to find this kill himself. He has a couple of stick charges. But the Lesh is spamming him back down.
I'll get the bounty runes, though. Boombox trying to create enough threat, but he doesn't have it there. And top lane, they get the Warlock as Gyro is off collecting bounty runes.
Okay. I guess it's better than the other way around, in theory, of your Gyro dying. But still kind of unexpected. Gabby mid lane hit by the combo from Lesh. Might be able to make it back. More lightning spam coming. Oop, actually doubles back for a second. But does
He was
live.
dodging the,
Split Earth.
whatchamacallit, the side blade.
Oh, the side blade. Okay.
That was actually sick. There's also a really good initiation there from Leshrak because he used the lightning from max range onto the creep and let it bounce all the way to Gabby, and Gabby wasn't expecting it to hit him.
And now down bottom, the Tidehunter is going to find himself in trouble. Cogs connect. It's an easy kill. As soon as that support leaves, they push that numbers advantage.
You know, this was a last pick Tide, right? That was their final hero. Oh no, it was a fourth pick Tide before
Yeah.
they picked their TA.
Correct.
Now, can I sell you?
Up top, wait.
Okay.
Wait for the sale. Gyrocopter might die.
All right.
Or is it Void that might die? I think it's Void, actually. Void is in a lot of trouble. These fatal bonds are starting to add up, and they turn it around completely. Oddjit goes down. And Kez cute. Kezu's biggest fan.
I was thinking the same thing this whole game, by the way. But can I sell you on a core Nyx instead of this Tide Hunt?
Yeah, with a Lesh? Yeah.
Yeah, you get behind that? I feel like
Yeah.
that's the kind of hero you need.
I think it can get a little funky with 2 skill shot stuns, but you have ways to kind of set each other up with like Carapace and the lightning, and it's a very annoying lane with the Lesh spam and the mana burns and stuff. I wouldn't.
And the
really
Nyx
wanna lane
HP
against
regen,
that.
dude. I mean, Tide's looking like 5.2 with a Soul Ring. That would be like 8 for a Nyx.
Yeah. I'm still lukewarm on the Tide pick. I mean, I like
Okay,
Nichiro.
I showed you how the... Oh, sorry, the Tide pick. I thought you were going to say the Nyx pick. My bad.
No, I'm lukewarm on Tide.
Yeah.
Up top, Odd Jit again. Homing
See if the
missile.
Sleshrack's a god. Oh, look at that fake out. Oh, he's so good. He's so good, dude.
He's still dead.
He even gives the kill to the Gyro. That's what I'm saying. The Lesh is so good.
Oh.
'Cause he didn't even go for the split earth. Just faked him out. He had him running back and around in circles. Trying not to get split earth. The legend.
3-4. Boom ID. Small lead for them right now. Still some work to do in this mid lane. The Shadow Fiend, 700 net worth up at 8 minutes. That's a pretty big margin. Little support's now rotating in, but this TA is still not having a fun game.
Not the hero you want to have Brown Boots ring at 8 minutes. He's supposed to be kind of near the top of this thing. You got Gyro basically stacking camps for your TA. And Fervian's like, well, I guess I'll go back to lane. I wouldn't mind, you know, taking these because I'm a gyrocopter, but all right.
All right. Missed hook shot there.
Don't screw this up, TA.
So Skylark does not have a hook. Yep, Gyro is their leading farmer, but it does feel like he spent a lot of time kind of wandering around.
Void and Tide both just got 6 down in the bottom lane. Kind of threatening each other with ultimates.
Yep. Now Yol rotates down, but Tide gonna have 2 supports of his own. What build will the Shadow Fiend go for? It looks like he's gonna go for the stats build. Shred
Classic.
Drum.
Yeah, certainly the most common one. Got his ring, gets his drums. He buys a BKB. Game is good.
Very safe.
I think Skylark's gonna have to make a rotation here after this range creep. It would please me to see maybe someone else in the lane. Like Skylark Mage should come top and get a 6, and I think Skylark should try and make a kill happen. Ideally with like the SF or something, but the thing is SF's like, you know, I kind of want to farm. There's stacks down here, and Void's like, well, we don't sync up that well with Chrono and Clockwork, so we don't really have a pairing, so he needs the Skylark Mage. I guess they'll just have to wait till the Tome comes out. Boombox will get that, and then they can go for kills. However, Yol's level 4.5, so he kind of needs the Tome, so he'll get 6 at a reasonable time. Tough call. So the Dire are just going to smoke up and make the first move.
Well, sign of recovery here for the TA. Getting a big fatty ancient stack while the smoke takes place. Wrapping around the backside. Almost bumped into that shag bark there.
Yeah, I think it's going way down.
And up top. Yeah, they find a Skywrath. He flops over.
He's like, guys, I found 4 heroes. I think that's all right.
And now to schmoke the other way.
Yeah, they're going to go investigate the ancients. Say, any stacks going on here? No? Maybe I'll ward it. Give us some vision on the area so we can fight TA if she decides to go for those, try and recover. Because she's still very weak.
All right, Skylark. Let's see it. Oh, you almost had him. Still sets up for the Shadow Fiend, and Lesh will go down. Nice Requiem. That'll set up on the Tide, and they'll get a quick twofer. Well, works out pretty well. The attempted smoke from Boom ID is matched with a set of kills that pretty greatly outweigh just that of the Skywrath Mage.
Radiant have vision of this TA as well, doing these stacks right now. So they're playing it cool, not like interfering with her, but it does mean they can go for a kill on this Gyro.
They know, and Gyro, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Skylark coming around the backside, stuck inside of the cogs. Fervian. That's a great name. That's a great posh, just Fervian. Down bottom, Tidehunter, man, that combo. Skywrath, Void. He even ravages. No, Lucas.
No. What are you doing?
Oh, you biscuit.
Ugh. That is such an amateur Tide play, dude. I'm sorry, but that's just...
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's the kind of shit I expect to see in my bracket.
And then you just go, no, what are you doing?
It's such a big cooldown, and now you're kind of like, well, great. That threat's gone, and we got the kill. Because normally what happens in that scenario is Tide just TPs right back to lane UR. He doesn't have Chrono. Guys, let's take a team fight. You've got Rock. I've got Ravage. There's 100% kill this Void. And that is no longer a threat, and they're not even going to try. They're going to rotate mid instead. They want the Shadow Fiend. He's the real big prize, and it might be enough with the Rock and the call down. I think Gabby's donezo. That is still a 4-hero rotation to make that kill happen. Much needed, mind you, but it's a big one. It's a kadoozy, as they would have said.
They want
in the
that
90s.
tide again, too.
Yeah.
I like Skylark's build. Just going right in towards the treads and the Spirit Vessel. Also, how about Boombox? No boots. The triple null.
Wow.
I think he's dead.
Skywrath is pretty fast, so there's some merit to that. But yeah, the magic damage is just so damn good against the tide.
Yeah. Cuts right through him. Like a watermelon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Maxed out Anchor Smash. Now some more momentum for the Clutch gamers here. TA has really recovered, though. I think they're aware of it because they can see how much she's farming, but her net worth is right up there with the Shadow Fiend.
It feels like they've had constant vision on her while she's been farming, and they haven't been able to make any sort of rotation towards her. They're instead choosing to, like, kill the tide again. Or, I don't know, push out, or, like, they killed the Gyro up top as he's just back here solo pushing. She's the Warlock, I suppose, but still. And that's going to get denied. Bit of a mistake there. What are they doing? They're trying to bait them back in? Why aren't they denying this? Okay. I think they were hoping Gyro would run up and go for it.
Yeah, it's worth a thought.
Yeah. Oh, Warlock.
And he's
Oh,
gonna
they
live.
missed him. He wasn't looking. He had his camera over here.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just a Warlock, though. Not the end of the world.
Top tower is under attack.
Man, look at this giant stack down bottom.
Yeah, it's 3 stack. It's pretty nice.
Great recovery for the... Oh, no. Oh, Tide, come on. Gyro.
Mid lane. Chrono on 2. Sets up the TA and the Warlock both to fall. Fatal Bonds come out at the end, but 11-5. That will put Clutch Gamers very comfortably in the lead. And now maybe even some rotations down bottom. Gyrocopter. He gets pulled back. A taste of his own medicine with the stolen rocket barrage. Yol goes a little bit too hard. Probably going to die to the Lesh. Maybe Gabby can clean this up. Ravage connects on 2. And now Boombox gets turned on. Ends up being a pretty sloppy exchange for Clutch. They will end up with this tier 1 tower mid, it seems. Yeah, down it goes.
Yeah, they actually got quite a bit of golden experience on the Tide and the Leshrac there, even though they had to spend Ravage.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, that's what Ravage is for, though. At this stage of the game, it's totally worth it. Absolutely. So, mid tier 1 goes down. So, still a win for Clutch.
Time is money.
This is
For now, we just wait for Deso, honestly.
yeah, live a slow game.
They keep going with this trio of the Leshrac, Warlock, and Gyro. I like how active he's been. I'm gonna go and push down this tower.
It's costly though. I mean, Gyro's not farming, and it's an opportunity cost to just run around invisible like this and focus really on skirmishing instead of farming. If you don't get kills out of this,
Did you see what he said? He said he drew a line here and he circled here, so he knows they're all there. He wanted to like go in and fight them.
this team's like, dude, just farm.
Yeah.
Just get the
Exactly.
tower.
Team says, no, we're here. We've secured this. Let's push down this tower. And TA just get the hell out. And that's what they do. So the read still works out. And now we're going to TP back mid. Ravage up in another 50 seconds. But Skylark is here and dangerous with Boombox.
Ready and waiting for some fool to come mount a defense up top. Could end up being a tier 2 for tier 2 tower exchange if both teams continue pressuring.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But for
attack.
now,
No,
both
they're in here.
sides,
They just saw that flare.
yeah, pretty
So they know
happy
Kulak's
just
there.
farming each other's jungles. Like Rubik stole Meld. That's kind of funny.
Maxed out too. 200 bonus damage. Nice.
There it is. He says, "Hey, Warlock, see you later."
Hey, Warlock, you want to ult me? Do it. Ult me,
Dire's
Warlock.
top tower is under attack.
Dude, I would have dumped that ulti on him, honestly.
Do
That's
Radiant's
disrespectful.
middle tower is under
That's
attack.
disrespectful.
Yeah, you're just going to do this TP out right in front of my face.
In
dump the
Canada, that's a
rock on him,
citation.
And you push him mid.
Well,
Send
Skylark
the
just
Warlock down.
biffed a pretty easy hook shot.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think they might still get him.
Is he making space, though? I mean, look, they're just taking mid-tier 1.
I don't know. There's two of them chasing him. Void Chronos on the mid, but now Warlock comes with the Golem, and Void just gets destroyed as the Ravage comes out. They do kill the Lesh, but I think the Lesh was the one making the space. This fight mid was 4v3.
Middle tower has fallen.
Yoel's barely
Fine
gonna
play.
live. But yeah, they'll trade Void for Lesh all day if you're looking at it from the Boom ID side.
Plus the tower.
Plus a tower.
All right, Rubik wants to push bottom lane. Let's go. Team says, okay. We will hit creeps.
This
You
game
know, that
feels
is-
very slow, Trent. Is it just me? Is it because I'm hungry for blood? I mean, there's 20 kills in 19 minutes, so it's not that bad, but it just feels very farm intensive.
I would say it's been like... It's a bit weird with how much vision and potential aggression we could have had. Like, I'm surprised that we haven't seen... We haven't had a big fight, I guess, is why. Every fight's been very one-sided. There hasn't really been a big interrupting play kind of a deal, or like a 5-on-5, and you're like, oh, the rock came out.
Yeah,
You know?
you're right. It's just like Chrono. Okay, he got 2 kills. Ravage. Okay, he got a kill. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very expected kills. You're right. It seems like a lot of other games, teams get this kind of intel, and their thought process is,
Dude, look at Skylark up here. You seen this?
we can
He's so
see
close
him.
to finding him.
Let's kill him. And it's sort of like both teams in this game are kind of like, hey, there they are. Okay, cool. We know that it's safe to farm on this side of the map. Awesome. We're going to keep farming. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, Void went Battle Fury. So Oddjit, a much more farm-intensive build. Pretty late Battle Fury, too. What, 19-minute completion? How long has he had it
something
for?
like that.
Yeah, he just got it. Not
Interesting.
amazing.
You can see how often they're pinging Clockwork.
Radiant's
Every
top
time he
tower
flares,
is under
there's a
attack.
ping. And they're tracking his movements. Because these wards deeper in, like by the Ancients in here, like there's another one. Like they know where the Clockwork is because they can just triangulate every time the flare goes over.
Hey, look.
Kind of interesting.
It's a double damage rune outside of the Roche pit.
That seems fair and balanced. Oh, Void's going, dude. Oddjit, he's in.
Ravage
He
coming
needs
up
that Warlock.
in
Or
like
he needs Tide.
1 second, though. Warlock ult in 15. They need to be a little careful. Shadow Fiend's just ditching. I'm actually surprised they didn't commit for that a little harder, but I see why they were scared. Maybe just
Oh
not
my
quite
God.
aware of those cooldowns.
So scary. Oh, and they have that ward still. They see the Clockwork. They have they don't have the Force Staff yet. Damn. Lesh is so close. Imagine if he has this Force Staff right now. Just.
There's the Chrono, but the jumping counter initiation from the TA, trying to isolate the back line. It does work pretty successfully. Ravage and Rock, they kill the Void, and Skylark now getting low. I think this is Boom ID's fight to take. They'll kill down the Skywrath Mage and the Shadow Fiend, barely able to survive. A 3-0. The big Wombo team fight actually comes out big this time, Trent.
Yep. The pipe was way too much on the Tide. It is very unlikely that you're going to be able to kill him during Chrono with the Skywrath combo. Like, yes, they were shredding through him before. Not anymore, though. Once he's into a full pipe, that's a lot of
Well,
resistance.
and he also has Kraken Shell now, too, so the Void right
Yeah.
clicks don't hurt nearly as much as before. Like, you know,
And he's a strength hero, so he has an additional 6.8% magic resistance.
true.
Well, I guess, sorry, it doesn't matter if you're a strength hero. He is a strength hero who has a lot of strength. There is no primary bonus anymore.
He's just very strong, you see.
Yes, see.
So the Force Staff now out on Lesh. Deso Blink on TA with a BKB coming. The Black King's Bar. Jet. Dead. What is this void made of? Porcelain?
I'd say.
He's like one of those old Chinese bowls that they keep welding with the fucking gold, and then it breaks again, and then they re-weld it, and the life of the bowl is in its scars that they
Are
keep
those Chinese
fixing.
or Japanese?
I'm actually not sure. Are they Japanese? Those Asian bowls. I'm really not sure. Actually, maybe they are Japanese.
I feel like it's like the sword folding.
I think I'm confusing it with... There's another one where it's the cracked bowls, like the teapots, you know, and if you don't use the teapot because it's made out of clay, it gets cracked, but every time it gets wet, it like reseals it.
Yes, it is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer dusted or mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum.
Okay, my
It
apologies.
is known as
It is
kintsugi, or golden joinery. I don't know how to say anything in Japanese, but I'm going to pretend I said that right. Sounded pretty good to me.
That sounded pretty good. I mean, I don't know
thank
shit
you,
about
thank you.
Japanese. The kintsugi, is that, yeah. Okay, You're right. Okay, good call, Trey. Yeah, you
Got him,
prevented
dude.
me from...
It just
Confusing
sounded
culture.
very Japanese, you know, the way they, folding those samurai swords, making the bowls over and over. Seems like a similar tactic.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It does seem fitting. But anyway, that's you, Void. That's you.
You're Japanese. You're Japanese.
You're broken, man. This is the drawback to this greedy Battle Fury build. It's like you can spin it both ways. You go, well, he's pretty far behind, so you need some kind of recovery tool like this, and just wait another 5-10 minutes. He's gonna be farming. He's gonna have so much gold. It's gonna be worth it. But that only works if he actually gets the space to use this Battle Fury. And right now, I think Boom ID realize how much pressure they can put on, and pretty much every 2 minutes, once those ultimates are up, they are looking to fight, and that's exactly what's happening right here. They're smoked up, they're moving around, and yeah, sure, this Void's going to get a little bit of room to farm, but he still has a long way to go before he's remotely tanky.
Oh, are they going to blink and ravage for the BKB?
Oh, see you later, Gabby.
Get wrecked!
That was a 10-second BKB not used.
Is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
That's not good. Can't do that.
Fervian. He might be in some trouble.
Fervian. I think
Nice.
Skylark's the one in trouble.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. That's a homing missile. He gets down some power cogs, but yeah, it just kind of sets up for a split earth and a little safe haven for TA to jump in. So that's 2 down. Buybacks available on both, and all of a sudden, a furious momentum erupting for the Dire. Boom ID.
Radiant's bottom
Can't stop the rock. Woo.
They've got the rock still.
This is where you wish you were smoked as Warlock, so they can't just flare and hookshot you. He's got force on the Lesh.
And he's
still
dead.
dead.
And it's gone.
All right, that stuff's going to TP the shrine and die. Ready? Go. That'd be such a classic.
Almost a good call. It's happened to the best of us.
Oh, here it is. All right, it seems close enough now that he probably wouldn't die.
Kez cute. Saint Dream Lucas. That's a great name. What do you think Kimochi is?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Radiant's top tower
Sounds
is under
Japanese.
attack.
All right, TA, just about 2 shots boombox, but blinks back as the hook shot comes.
hello.
BKBs as the Void Chronos, but this might actually keep him alive. Now the BKB the other way from Gabby as the Tide jumps in. Remember, he does not have an ultimate, but they will lose Lesh. Warlock Golem is available. Right
just
now,
holding that.
Upheaval will be the spell of choice as Yol isolated by the Gyrocopter. That'll end up being a freebie. And no rock
Oh, they saw
used.
Clock.
Hey there, Skylark. We'll see you later there, Skylark.
I'm glad he's going Blade Mail. I think he definitely needs one. But obviously didn't have it in time there. And that looked like a pretty good start for the Radiant, obviously. And just Warlock holding that ult he just never dropped it. I thought he was going to go for it on the Void, but then he held it, and then the BKB came out from the SF. I thought I'd go for it again, but SF stopped channeling. He didn't complete it, I think, because he saw the Warlock prepping the ult. So he started trying to run away, and Warlock just kept pump faking it and just kind of ruined any chance of SF being involved in the fight.
Yeah.
This will be at least a tier 3. I would be very surprised if they did not lose it.
If you BKB before Chrono like that, the time lock goes through the BKB in the sense that you still get stunned, but the damage is mitigated, right? Because it's magic?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so...
Any spell in the unit, it doesn't matter if they're in Chrono or not, the time lock won't do the damage.
Right, yeah. I just mean, like...
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Chrono's irrelevant. But in that situation,
when
like,
it used to
using
be
the
bonus
BKB
damage?
is good. Like, it actually gives the TA better survivability. It's not just like, oh, you got countered by Chrono. It's like, well,
Yeah.
sort of. But now I can actually survive in the Chrono, so it's sort of good.
Well,
It's like
especially because he doesn't want to get Skywrath.
that, too. Well, that's the other thing. Now hook shot in from Skylark. Speaking of Skywrath, there's the BKB. But big damage came out, and the rock will fall. Skylark goes down first, and now Yoel in trouble. He's dead. No buyback on the 2 dead heroes on the side of Clutch Gamers. It'll be a bottom lane of barracks at least, maybe more for Boom ID. This is a huge fight for them. 8K net worth lead. Only 4 kills is their favor, but the game is within their grasp.
They can
Faceless
just
Void,
end it
he
with one
TPs
Ravage
back.
right here.
Ravage is up. Void now has a Shadow Blade. Chrono in 5. Maybe this could catch him off guard. He did just buy this. They have no idea he's got a Shadow Blade. But do they have the setup? It looks like the racks are going to fall, and he's not going to do it. He says,
They
guys,
know.
it's too risky. We can't save it. Not worth it. If we get wiped here, we just straight lose.
They can't make the play because the Tidehunter was missing. He wasn't playing on the high ground like that. He was just waiting in behind, knowing that all that matters is him ravaging the Chrono / the SF, and without the BKB available on the SF, they have no chance of winning with that. So, not going to get a chance to use his new Shadow Blade. Well, he might get a chance here, as Leshrax's just... Oh, he hasn't noticed that Leshrax's just standing there with Edict on his shrine. Because he doesn't show out of the fog, right?
Oh.
The shrine's just dissipating. That's actually so funny. I love this Leshrac. He's been my MVP this game. He's actually played really, really well. He's hit so many stuns out of fog. Now he's just right-clicking it. They ping him. They're like, oh, shit. Just lost their shrine.
Oh, shit.
Sure.
Well, that's a nice little tip for you, all you Lesh players out there. There'll be Yules in the inventory of... How do you say his name? Joe Cam?
I don't know. That's what I called him earlier.
J
Yeah.
Ho Cam?
Yokum. Maybe it's like Yokum.
Yokum?
A soft J.
Bum bum. Bum bum. So what's the plan for the Radiant? I think they need to get aggressive. They need to like push out these lanes. They need to try a smoke. They need to try and make something happen outside of their base. Honestly, I think you try to defend this tier 2.
I'm not sure. It's just all on whatever Void can get to.
And you have this little window where there ain't no golem. And another 20 seconds, that's not going to be the case. Now they're going to do this thing where they, like, defend but not defend. They're grouped up around the tower, but it's already gone down, and now they just have to run. Fellas. Oh, little ship cut. It's a boat. Man, if only Void had that backtrack talent. He's got the Ags queued up, but I just don't think it's enough. It's like, I see why you want the Ags, but y'all don't do no damage.
I don't know. He needs the Chrono to win this game. He just has to rely on his SF and his Skywrath. So, like, because if he doesn't have the Aghanim's, then once they don't have Chrono, they'll just end it. I can sympathize. I don't even know if he's going to get the Aghanim.
Whoa, Gabby with the fast fingers. It's a BKB as the Ravage comes. TA wastes hers, and now they jump in the back line. Kezcute caught by the Chrono. It's only one hero, but there will be no goal unless he can get back into this fight. He does buy back in TP. Now Skylark, he falls. Dire showing that they still have some backbone here, and I can't believe it. They've wiped 3 of the Radiant. Well, they're going to go high ground now. It looked so nice, Trent. It looked so good. the Void was like, hey, we got to break up this team fight. But then I remembered that the rest of their team can't really do very much because they're super far behind.
Yeah, and just nobody can be ready for SF. So.
Well, he used it to fight the Ravage.
No, I know, but I just mean right now it's not ready now. So they
Oh,
can't do anything.
yeah. Oh,
He's
so
just
they're
standing
boned.
back here doing nothing.
Yeah. No, and the Warlock was smart to buy back. They still had that shrine, so he got back into the fight pretty quickly. They could just charge up the high ground, and now this one's feeling pretty over. There might
There's
be
the Megas.
one
Catapults
final
finish it.
hold, but yeah, Megas. It's the Megas. Kimochi means nice dude.
Thank you, chat.
I find that hard to believe, but I'll take it.
We'll just go with it. I'm in.
So the context is like, boom, Saint Dream Lucas, nice dude, question mark?
Question mark.
So I guess this is one of those games where they can hang on to the Megas fairly well. Have the Megas not made a wave in yet? Is that why they're holding it so easily?
No, they had one.
Okay. But of course the problem is you can't really leave the base. So you're just going to get starved out. Boom ID can just take over all of the jungle. Take that vision control. And they're gooch.
Yeah, they also need all their heroes to fight. So if anyone's by themselves pushing outside the base, they're just going to die. So like a duo from Boom ID. But they're going to attempt to hold. They're going to do their thing. They're just going to keep flaring Roche. If they can win that fight, maybe with a Chrono and Cheese, they can do it.
Do you believe in the Aghanims on the Void?
I think it's the only choice. I think you need Chrono to win fights, so you can't afford for it to be down.
All right.
I don't think it, it doesn't feel that great, but again, no choice. Goes in. Oh, he hesitates.
All right, he forces a BKB. There's the Ravage. It connects on 4. The follow-up is pretty gruesome. And that was definitely not the fight they wanted to end this game. Cheese and crackers.
Man, that was a good Tide game. I'm glad they picked Tide. That Tide owned. Tide and Leshrac were, I think,
we
the
talked
two...
so much shit about that Tide. And he came in the clutch big time. I'm giving my MVP to the Tide Hunter.
I like it.
Don't copy me.
Okay. I'll give Leshrac. I thought the Leshrac actually did a lot of big work during that game. Like, they didn't have a great initiator, right? They had the Blink Ravage, sure, but in terms of like smaller skirmishes, there were a couple times where from the fog, Leshrac just hit Split Earths. Not the easiest thing to do. He just caught the Void CSing a couple times, setting up for the TA to get big kills, and that just allowed them to snowball very quickly, getting all the towers.
Yeah.
So yeah, very well played.
Very interesting game. Hey, look at that graph, and it started out pretty all right for Clutch Gamers.